I'm Molly Brown. I'm a Senior Director of Product Management for MicroStation, and I'm also looking after the platform that serves the next generation applications.
My name is Francois Valois. I'm a Senior Vice President of Open Applications. So Open Applications essentially is all of the design products that we have at Bentley Systems. I mean, we love YII because every year we hear about what our users are doing, what our accounts are achieving out there with these fantastic projects, with the finalists, and listening to what they do. It's just unbelievable. What was also fascinating this year was the use of AI by 1/3 of our nominated projects. I thought this was great because some of the tools that they've been using to train their own AI were not necessarily intended to do so. So some of our numerical engine like STAT and others have been used to train surrogate AIs and so on to discover new ways of doing design and so on. I find it fascinating to see these advancements, and this is inspiring us as well to do so. Of course, this year we wanted to also introduce our new products and new capabilities that we've been working hard toward last year and beyond. So that's been really, really interesting to see that. Molly, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm super thrilled to be here. One, to get the interaction with the finalists. Real world projects always brings it home for me, and really inspires the product teams at Bentley to keep pushing and innovating. And secondly, getting the news out there about the next generation plus applications. You heard about OpenSite Plus, Substation Plus, and also Synchro Plus.
Yeah, I think the world around us is evolving so quick as well, and there's so much pressure on everybody to deliver projects faster with less people, because there's actually not enough people, and the environment pressure and so on. So there's a lot of needs for this, more rapid innovations and so on. So while you're right, historically the industry has been, so lagging over some other industries. I think we feel the major change, and then the AI is really bringing a step forward in a lot of this, right? And ourselves, we also been embracing that very rapidly with our AI team, and so this is why we invented the Plus generation, right? It's so digital twin native, AI powered, and always connected to the infrastructure cloud, and so this makes it ubiquitous for people to adopt. But we also didn't want to stop there. That's why we've also AI enabled our existing products, right? Products like OpenRoads or OpenRail got infused with AI in there to provide Copilot capabilities, but also drawing production capabilities. So July 2025, this year, MicroStation 2025 came out, and which had a Python assistant in it. Basically, it's helping you code. You just type in the sort of things that you want to do, and it creates the code for you, and you can reuse that and automate your workflows. And that's been picked up more than I expected. So we got more usage out of this than we were expecting. So there's really something going on, and it's fascinating and also very encouraging to see people wanting to embrace change and so on. So this trend that we saw in the award nomination is unbelievable. For me, this was a surprise, I must admit, and but it's very, very encouraging and going faster and faster.
Yeah, and just to add on that, I think sometimes if you're in a lagging industry and you really do feel the pain of some of the outdated workflows or mundane tasks, you're a bit more motivated when new innovation comes to really learn and understand and lean into that new technology.
Why it's so important is to essentially inform other people in the industry that this is a possibility for them, and if they look beyond the horizon, not necessarily only with our technology, but just improving on digital workflows, something that is possible and achievable within reach. It's not only for the elite. So I want to make sure that everybody gets on board with all that, and bringing the whole industry around, along. I mean, and the Plus generation also is quite interesting in there because it's got two qualities that help that as well. Number one, it's easy to learn, easy to use, right? So those are super important for next generation of folks, and they're evergreen as well. So meaning they're always up to date. And Molly actually can tell you more about that aspect.
Yeah, so what is evergreen? This is basically applications that are always updated or automatically updating. So with our existing applications, tend to have more point releases or a major version of MicroStation, lots of changes, lots of new functionality, once or twice or 3 times a year. And evergreen applications, we're able to push more frequent updates so that users don't have to really take a lot of time to learn what's new. They just see it as it comes along. There's a lot more transparency and visibility, and overall making it easier to use.
Right. And the Copilot capability also make it more accessible, because if you can speak in natural language to your computer or type in it, then that means that it is executing a whole bunch of command that you would have normally to go find in the UI. It's just making it more accessible. I mean, the Copilot also can be interrogated on how I do things in the software. So it's got all those ways of dealing with it. So I think it's going to really accelerate the pace of adoption of new things. And with the next generation being evergreen, then there's nobody going to be lagging behind. Essentially, everybody is kind of moving forward all at once. And we, Bentley, take the burden of moving the data forward if there's a schema change and whatnot. So make sure that it's clear, communicated also, so people know what to expect.